So Aamir Khan's Sitaare Zameen Par is out in theaters, and this movie is a remake of the Spanish film Campeones, which has further been remade in Arabic, German, and also in Hollywood, starring Woody Harrelson. And now it finally has been adapted by Aamir Khan in Bollywood as Sitaare Zameen Par. When the trailer came out, a lot of the shots looked very similar to the previous versions. But well, how does this movie work for the Indian audiences, and how is it as a whole? Let's go ahead and find out. Now, story-wise, I'll admit that most of the remakes of Campeones are more or less on the same lines. The story hasn't changed much. There are a few tweaks here and there in the different versions, but the crux, and I would say 80% of the storyline, is almost the same. And so is the case with Sitaare Zameen Par as well. There are some different angles and tweaks over here. Like they've added a whole new Mark angle, which was not there in the original movie, which actually works for the most part. And they've also, I would say, Indianized the movie pretty well for the audiences in India. Now, what works for the movie is that I know the makers spent a lot of time trying to get the casting right. They auditioned a number of actors for the characters who have special needs. And what you get to finally see is a very good eclectic mix of characters that all are memorable in their own way. In the major cast, I would say Aamir Khan has done a very good job. He's very earnest in his performance, and you definitely do connect with him at a lot of points in the movie. Janelia is sweet and endearing in her role, and for the most part will really make you smile. My favorite actor in the movie was Gurpal Singh, who basically plays the headmaster of sorts at the institution where the special needs individuals come. There's a great sense of intent and humor in his performance, and he just makes his overall performance feel so real and so endearing. He'll definitely make you laugh a lot and also tear you up in some sequences. What works very well for the movie as well are the dialogues. The dialogues have been very well adapted and written for an Indian audience. The screenplay, I would say, as I said earlier, is very similar to that of the original. A few good tweaks, but the dialogues really work in a lot of the scenes. The background music as well, for the most part, flows very well with the emotions they're trying to convey, and it's overall got this good, nice, happy, uplifting feel to it. Overall, I feel the movie's direction also was fairly good. It's been directed by R.S. Prasanna, who's earlier directed Shubh Mangal Savdhan. And I felt that he did a good job in creating that camaraderie that was needed for this movie to work. A movie like this really needs to have that feeling where all the characters feel like a family. And you see that character journey and arc of the entire team and Aamir Khan throughout the movie, which I feel all in all was very well done. Now, having said all that, there were definitely a number of points which did not work for me in the movie. Firstly, I felt that the entire training that's there of the entire team could have been done a lot better, could have been shown a lot better. You don't see a very gradual progress and arc for the journey of the team. It's very sort of short-lived sequences. So they show a conflict arise, and pretty much in that very scene, that conflict is basically sorted. I would say most conflicts in the movie are sorted very quickly apart from the main character's internal conflict, which has a great arc of its own. Now, comparing this to a movie like Sitaare Zameen Par, I felt Sitaare Zameen Par was much better because they showed the various conflicts of the various characters have an arc of their own. So, for example, Darshil Safari had his own arc. Aamir Khan's character had its own arc. Darshil's father and his mother had their own special arcs and had their own journey of coming to acceptance of something that was being shown in the movie. Over here, the only real great arc that you see is of Aamir Khan and not the other smaller problems that are there in the movie. The movie could have played around so much with what it had. I mean, you had such unique characters with such interesting character traits, and you could have used them together so well to create very interesting and funny sequences in the training process. Like going back to one of Aamir's most iconic sports dramas, Lagan. You have that one character that just keeps rolling his arm when he comes to the crease and then releases the ball finally, without the batsman really knowing when he'll do that. Now, a character trait like that is so unique that when the team uses that to their advantage, it just to the audience feels like, oh my god, what a beautiful, what a great, smart move. So a lot of this could have really been milked in this movie, which is just missed out on. Now, I did say the movie adapted well to the Indian context, but I also did feel that a lot of the scenes that were written for the original movie or the different remakes as well could have been tweaked around or could have been completely removed as well or tweaked to quite an extent. Given the Indian context, it did not have to follow the exact same plot for this movie and could have added a lot of different unique subplots as well. And lastly, speaking of the songs, the movie doesn't really have a lot of songs. Whenever they play, they kind of flow well with the movie, but otherwise they aren't really that memorable. So while all things said and done, I would still say this movie makes for a solid watch. It's got a lot of good moments in it that'll make you laugh and also tear you up at times. More than anything, this movie has been made with a very honest heart and very honest intent. Yes, I do know it's a remake, and I also do know that a lot of the scenes and sequences are the exact same as the original. But while still having said that, overall, the movie brings a certain message for Indian audiences, which is very, very important and relevant to an Indian context. And it does a very good job of educating the average Indian about a very important cause. Now, this is one movie I'm not going to rate because I want all of you to go and watch it. Yes, I've told you its good points, I've told you its flaws, but the reason I wanted to watch it is because as an audience, we keep complaining about the content that's coming out in Bollywood. And if we don't go ahead and support a movie like this, Bollywood will keep churning out the same garbage. It's a movie like this, which, when supported well by the audiences, gives the confidence to other filmmakers to go ahead and create different unique scripts and concepts. Bollywood has had its golden days and days of experimentation and unique content in the past, so let's go ahead and bring it back. I hope you agree with me on this, and well, please go ahead and drop in a comment to know what you feel personally. Those are my 2 cents, and well, if you like the video, then please go ahead and like and share it. And hey, before you go, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Cheers, and I'll see you soon.